Before I start this video, I'd just like to say that although I'm talking about a kid's thing, that does not make it a kid's video. I'll be saying a lot of rude words such as fuck, so if you have kids, I do not recommend letting them watch this. So my favourite children's book of all time got its own animated TV series, and out of pure nostalgia I decided to watch the first episode. What a fucking mistake that turned out to be. For some reason, it starts with the Gumbles in a car, something that was not in the book, driving through a horde of Bottersnikes, and eventually they drive off a cliff. I wish they died though, as that was the best part of the episode. After they get out of the car, Tink, one of the Gumbles, states that he will not get his Gumbledex entry. Again, this is something that is not in the book. They get out of their car and go to a bus in a tree. I have no idea why it's there, but this implies that these events happen after the events of the book, as in the book they are held captive in jam tins by the Bottersnikes. That said, I remember how the book ends, which makes the events we've just seen impossible, so I'll just assume that they tried to make their own storylines. We then get a brief introduction as to what the Gumbledex is, and we basically get the scene from Shrek where Donkey and Shrek are under the stars talking about famous ogres. And then we get a scene where Willy Gumble and Tink are going through the Gumbledex to find something that Tink can do to get a few pictures of himself in there. Eventually they find a Gumble that pulled out 5 nose hairs from some Bottersnikes, and Willy is like, "Look, there's one you can do!" Then a Gumble that looks like Einstein is like,
"Never a good idea to provoke a snike for no reason. You know what they say? A snake enraged is a Gumble caged."
And then Tink is like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway," and he ends up waking up the Bottersnikes in the process. The Bottersnikes are actually well animated and look like the Bottersnikes in the book, unlike the Gumbles. Although I have to wonder, why does no one in this fucking program get an introduction? It's the first episode, for fuck's sake. The only reason I knew who Willy and Tink were was because they were called by name. I only knew who Chank and the King were because of Chank's hat and the King quite obviously being the King. What disappoints me the most about this is that the King's introduction in the book is genuinely hilarious, which leads on to the Gumbles being introduced. In this they just seem to expect you to know who everyone is. Also, why are the Bottersnikes' ears constantly red? The book states that their ears are usually black and only get red when they are annoyed. So the Bottersnikes just constantly pissed off. And then because Tink is a retard, he ends up failing to pull out the last nose hair and drops the rest, which leads to the Bottersnikes getting pissed off but not really doing anything about it. And then they go home and Willy's like, "Look, when Tink did it, he broke the record." When in actuality he only got 5, and he needed 6 to break it. Of course, because Tink's a bit of a narcissistic spaz, he doesn't deny this. And then we get what, in my opinion, is the worst scene in the entire thing. We have this tall piece of shit, Gumble, with no name, staring at Tink. And Tink's just like, "Oh, you're very good at that, you should do that for the Gumbledex." And then the scene just ends. And then we get a scene with the Bottersnikes, and the King's like, "Oh yeah, my nose hair didn't come out because it's better than all of your nose hairs." And then Chank's like, "Yeah, but someone might want to steal it, and you might want to do something about that." And the King's like, "Oh, you, make me something that'll protect my nose hair." And so he does, and it ends up not working. Not surprisingly. And then, of course, Tink goes and has a conversation with the picture. And the picture basically calls him out for being a piece of shit. And that's the scene. Then we get a scene with Willy and Tink in the Bottersnikes' little hideout thingy. And Willy's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do now?" And Tink's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get the King's nose hair." And Willy's like, "Oh, you've already done that." And he's like, "No, I haven't. I lied this entire fucking time." And then Willy looks like she's gonna cry. And then she throws a little cape on him. And then she gets captured by the Bottersnikes. And then the King pulls a rape face and puts Willy in his nose. Well, Tink's like, "Oh no, I need to do something about this. Oh shit, that's not good." And then Tink just straight up assaults the King, and then like Willy grabs onto the back and just goes flying into the air for some fucking reason. And then they go home to talk about the shit that they've just done, and Willy's like, "That save made up for the hair that you missed." And then it becomes 18 plus for a little bit, and Willy's like, "Yeah, I have 6 nose hairs on my ass," and then she gets fingered. And then everyone leaves apart from these two, and Tink's like, "Yeah, I know something I can do for my Gumbledex entry," and then she walks off because she's clearly not interested. Then some credits show up to show us who's to blame for all of this shit. In conclusion, I think that if they just stuck to the source material a bit more and did like a chapter every weekend, I think they could have a legitimately funny kids TV series. But yeah, for now, this piece of shit, it deserves to die.